All right, now let's talk about oligopoly or oligopoly theory. And of course, the first question is, what are oligopolies? And so far, we have basically looked at perfect competition and monopolies. And when it comes to perfect competition, the action of one competitor does not affect the other competitors. So everyone was a price taker. And of course, that is highly unrealistic to assume that an individual firm's action wouldn't matter. Well, in a monopoly, the market is dominated by only one firm, and of course, that's also a little bit unrealistic. We also talked about monopolistic competition. And in monopolistic competition, we introduced the concept of product differentiation in order to carve out of a market individual segments. And that idea is already pretty close to oligopoly theory, because market entry in monopolistic competition had an effect on the other suppliers. So an oligopoly is a market structure which is concerned with strategic interactions between firms, in which the action of one firm has an effect on another firm and vice versa. So even though when we talked about monopolistic competition and we already had some elements of strategic decisions, what we did not illustrate in either monopolistic competition or in a monopoly or in perfect competition was the idea that an economic actor would have to respond to what the other one is doing. And that is now changing with oligopoly theory. So oligopoly theory is about strategic interactions between firms, but they are elevated to a point where one firm needs to react to another firm. And in this lecture on oligopolies, we only will introduce three concepts. That's the conoduopoly. Then we'll talk about the Stackelberg leader-follower model, and last but not least, Bertrand competition. I'll stop here, and then we'll start with the conoduopoly in the next video.